What kind of relationship status do you think Armie is? Like, being with Armie as a person, do you think he's a very loving and caring guy?
Oh, Armie, I don't know how, like, call it the luck of the universe, but to be able to, like, work with him and to do some of these really intense scenes, you know, I couldn't have been in better hands, you know, and he's just a great guy. I mean, he's worked on the biggest studio films, literally, and the biggest art house films, and that wouldn't be true if he wasn't like a joy to work with. And I can say that without any ounce of facetiousness, that he's amazing to work with, really.
Did you think you were going to be social media stars in the course of promoting this movie?
No, and as a result, I have since completely abandoned social media.
Yeah, he's literally, I get all these messages now, like, tell Armie to come back, where's Armie? That's like the majority of my feed now. This is people venting that you're not there anymore, man. You gotta come back,
no
man.
Way, I'm out.
So your character mentioned that he came from a small town in New England, and he said, I know what it feels like to be the odd Jew out, which I thought was really interesting. How much do you think their religion, or being Jewish, informed their relationship?
I think these two people, regardless of whatever religion they sort of subscribe to, would have had the same connection. I think that it was a wonderful thing that Andre used to create a bond between them, but I don't know that this all happened because they were Jewish. I don't know that it wouldn't have happened if they weren't Jewish. I think it's just one of those things of when two human souls click, and that's what they did.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, I heard that you and Timothée Chalamet have become good friends as a result of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys hang out, or how?
Yeah, we hang out a lot. I was just talking to him today. You know, this was, apart from one of the best growing experiences as a person and as an artist, this was an amazing opportunity because I did get to meet Timmy, and we really hit it off, and you know, we really became close, and he's like a part of the family now.
We start with a great scene written by Jim Ivory. It's a 6-page scene. We then find this very perfect location where you can see this layers of history in Italy, from the very, very ancient stones of the castle to the most modern little cafeterias and bar, and this is also a place in which you have this monument to the victims of the World War II, that in a way, because it was all young kids dead in a war, it's a sort of doppelganger of this generation who's trying to sort out from their adolescence in the movie. Then we have Armie, who comes to me and say, because he sees me lost with these 6 pages of dialogue, and I don't know what to do with it, and I suggest, why don't you do it in one take?
Armie, would you like to? Why did you feel that scene needed to be one take?
I probably just wanted to get out of there faster.
No.
It felt like a scene from a play. It felt like a much longer scene than you normally get, and I just, you know, we were all standing around talking about it. You know, we were all discussing how it was going to go down, and it just felt like it just needed to play out. It just all, and thankfully Luca, you know, took my little tiny kernel of a suggestion and turned it into, you know, the beautiful choreographed dance that you see now.
Timothée Chalamet, they're having a little celebrity one-on-one moment. Actually, if you look right there, you see Armie Hammer co-starring with Timothy. Hi, Timothy, come up. We see Armie arriving right now. I'm Bianca Ray. How are you?
Timothy, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Armie?
Armie, I see him right there. See all the
Easy because
spotlight, the ladies.
There's literally a spotlight on him.
Everyone very excited about him.
Yes.
And you and Armie seem like such genuinely good friends, yeah?
I mean, that's my brother. I got so lucky. Like, I don't know what this experience would be if it was someone that I didn't have a tremendous relationship and friendship with. So
great work. Exciting, even more exciting things ahead for you.
Yeah.
How are you? Nice to meet you. Good. We just talked to Timothy just about 10 minutes ago, and it was so great. He called you a brother to him. It was pretty special.
Yeah.
Seems your relationship is one of genuine friendship.
It really is. We hit it off while we were making the movie, and our friendship has only continued to grow, which is really nice. He's a special kid.
Look at this beautiful man over here. Let's do a little pan.
Look who else we have over here. Okay,
What was it like to work with Armie?
It was a dream. Look, this is like my brother now. Look, I got a brother here now.
I'm so glad to be here tonight, if for no other reason the fact that
Thanks so much.
Celebrate all things Timothée Chalamet, so that's pretty good.
I mean, it's amazing to see, because I've been following this guy for, 5 years now. And, we're French.
Sure.
He's Chalamet.
French.
There we go. And I'm saying to myself,
Chalamet.
yeah, and I'm saying to myself, I have to follow this guy. I have to follow this guy.
Small man. I hope if people were stocks, you'd want to buy his stock. Yeah.
Armie.
Terrible.
Just awful?
No, he's fantastic. He's one of the best scene partners I've ever had in my life, and it's like tennis or ping pong. When you play with someone who's better than you, they raise your game. So really, I owe him one.
I'm going to ask you something you will never get asked again on the red carpet.
Sure.
For or against folding underwear in your underwear drawer? Armie Hammer's right here. I took a poll. Hi, Armie.
I'm going to just take a picture for you.
No, you can get it. You can get it. Told you would never get this question again.
Against.
Too much work.
But all love to the folding community.
All inclusive in the drawer. Thank you.
I have so much love for Timothy that it's more about how do I keep myself from rambling, honestly. I stick to the script that I've written, and that's about it. Otherwise, I'll just start kind of going on and on. I'll drone on for hours. So it's great to get to be here to support Timmy and to get to go through the whole thing with him and to watch it happen through his eyes. It's great. It's truly my great honor and pleasure to call him by his name this time, my co-star and dear friend, Timothée Chalamet.
All right, first up. Okay. Please don't be awkward. All right. Okay. Man, Armie, thank you for that speech. It's a lot easier having to do this up here with you because you're one of my best buddies. Although I will say that was a genuinely terrifying experience backstage. I didn't know which way you were going to go with that, so thank you. Thank you for keeping it PG. Seriously, I'm really grateful for your big brotherhood and your guidance and your friendship. To have someone in your position and as talented as you are be a mentor to me these last 2 years, it's been valuable to me, man, and I really mean it, man. And a special thanks to Armie's wife, Elizabeth Chambers, who's here tonight as well, who is as crucial to this process as anyone, and who let me crawl all over her husband for 2 months. So, thank you for that. Thank you, Elizabeth. And lastly, a big thanks to my mama, who's watching at home. Mom, I love you. Thank you for everything. And because you texted me about this 20 minutes ago backstage, I left the Apple TV remote underneath the TV for some reason, and I'm sorry about that. Peace and love. Thank you. Thank you for that.
What are your survival tips for getting through award season?
Alcohol.
Lots of it, right?
Yeah.
That can't go wrong for us 22-year-olds. No, I'm kidding.
And you guys
and sleep.
sleep lots of sleep because you have the 2 little ones at home, right?
Alcohol begets sleep sometimes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And Armie Hammer, who's here tonight. Armie, thank you so much, man. Yes. I'm sure Saoirse can attest to this as well, but being a young actor, you're opposite older actors in scenes that are often very well established, have, big names to themselves. And I was the luckiest kid in the world to be there with Armie because you are extremely talented, you're kind, your spirit is generous, and you haven't gotten sick of me yet. So, and seriously, you're a big brother to me, man. I love you. Seriously. Okay. We were on a plane 12 hours ago, me and Armie. I'm a nervous flyer, and every time there was turbulence, I would turn to him, and he'd look at me, and he'd go, "We're gonna crash."
So what is you like? So the thing that I kept observing in terms of, everyone's sitting down throughout most of the night, but you get to observe people in the element. And Timothée Chalamet and Armie Hammer were kind of like just walking around as this duo the entire time. They're both wearing amazing suits. They seem to get along pretty well. Like, I can't imagine how they don't hate each other by now because they've been on the promo circuit for over a year. But everyone kind of wanted to get their attention. They were kind of the shining beacons in it. I think Tiffany Haddish was another one. Anything you notice in terms of who's getting the attention and the heat around them?
I think that, obviously Tiffany Haddish was big, but now that I've, been on this sort of an observer on the circuit with them for this many months, just any time that Chalamet and Armie Hammer show up, it's just like everyone turns toward them and sort of like whispery, and like they just have this kind of buoyant charm, just in sort of physical presence. Like, I didn't talk to them last night, but they kind of command a room.
Yeah. They're really good at talking to people.
Yeah.
And Armie Hammer is gigantic, everyone knows. Timothée Chalamet is also really tall. Like, it's hard to tell because you see him sitting next to Armie Hammer.
He's just skinnier.
Yeah, he's skinnier and shorter, but like they're both large and you see them and their presence.
And they
is
look
known
like
in a room.
fucking movie stars. I mean, frankly,
Where's your wife, Elizabeth? Is she here? I wanted to actually talk to Elizabeth because, first of all, you look gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
The speech that Timothy gave at the Palm Springs, how are you feeling about that?
I love Timmy so much. It just made me feel so proud and so happy. I mean, it was amazing to see them together and just to have the bond that we all have, not only in Italy, but now.
All right, so who's cooler, Saoirse or Armie Hammer?
They are both some of the coolest people I know on the planet. And we were all, like, the three of us were dancing into the wee hours of the morning last night, which is a cool experience for me. They didn't really know each other that well, but then I get to be like, yes, exactly.
In your speech at the Palm Springs, you were talking about Elizabeth and thanking her for letting Armie be yours.
Yes, exactly.
Did you talk to her after that?
After the speech? Oh, absolutely. I mean, the relationship I have with Elizabeth, with Armie as well, they're like, I shot a film in LA this past year for like 3-4 months, and I had a base all of a sudden. The way that LA's always felt very off the ground for me or something. So a lot of gratitude for Armie and Elizabeth.
Now, you also in the film, you fall for a much younger man, and at the same time, your chemistry is magnetic. What built that? How did you guys get to that place?
Well, we were really fortunate. We just liked each other. Like, we just met, and I was like, hey, you're great. And he's like, I think you're great, too. And then we just really became friends.
If we play some psychedelic furs, can we get some dance?
Absolutely. You want to see my Armie Hammer dance impression?
Yeah.
Shake the rock.
I'm not going to lie.
If he saw me do that, he's going to absolutely tear my head off. So, he's right there.
What? Armie! 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 Yell.
He's focused. It would seem to me that this is a role that you wait for, that comes around maybe once.
Yeah, it's a role you wait for, with a director you wait for, with a co-star that you wait for. It was an incredible opportunity, and regardless of how, it was something that I knew I had to do.
Too much of plane flights together, and that's true. I'm like a nervous flyer, and every time he sees me getting nervous, he'll go, "We're gonna crash." Yeah, we had one rehearsal that was like a nice icebreaker, and I don't have to tell the whole story, but
exactly.
You'll
see.
That's my brother now. That's like really like we had the National Board Review Awards last night, and then I was. Like, he's in bed with his wife last night. I'm in his hotel room, and I don't know what gave me like free license to like. I was like, I'm gonna get in there with you guys.
Why not?
Those guys are they're like family now. I swear to God. For me, I would say seeing First Love on screen.
Damn it, that's what I was gonna say.
Or being reminded of a first love in your own life, and having some sort of therapeutic experience watching it.
I would love for people to know that Italy is in fact gorgeous, specifically crema, and that love is love, and that it should be celebrated in any form it takes. I like an Earl Grey with just a splash of milk, no sugar.
Just Earl Grey, late at night.
So we're still honored to present the award for Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama, and here are the nominees.
Timothée Chalamet, Call Me by Your Name.